Good morning, everybody. We're here with Brian Brooks from Second Opinion Plumbing out of Gilbert, Arizona. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
It's good to have you here. Brian, tell us a little bit about how Second Opinion got started and how you got to where you are today.
So I was working for one of the largest plumbing contractors in Arizona, and unfortunately, they're on the expensive side. So I always heard, you guys are really expensive. I need a second opinion. So when you hear that title enough, it gives you the idea that, hey, that's a great name for a company. So that's pretty much how the name came out.
I love that.
And part of our slogan back in the day was actually a thing from Papa John's. Better plumbers, better prices. They have, I think it was better pizza, better ingredients. I forget how it went, but that's how we got some of our logos and things like that. We just did a play off of Papa John's.
Amazing. Amazing. And what year did you start?
We started in 2014.
Okay. So you're coming up now on 12 years, just about.
12 years, yeah.
Amazing. And when you started, Brian, how many technicians did you start with?
When I first started, I did have a business partner, so it was me and my business partner at that time.
Okay, perfect. And then today, where are you at? How many technicians and how many trucks?
We have 8 trucks and probably total employees, probably 13.
Okay, amazing. That's some fantastic growth. And what is the population of Gilbert, Arizona?
Ooh, that's a good question. It's very populated. It's not a small town as it used to be or small city. It's pretty growing pretty fast.
Okay, so you're in the
So
right place.
population, it's hard to say.
Okay,
It's not farm town anymore.
so it's growing, which is good for you. And then just tell me a little bit. So you've obviously been in business for 12 years. Over the last 12 years, you've tried a lot of things, I'm sure. Tell me something that you've tried that didn't quite stick or didn't work for marketing.
Oh, I think it was the worst is really was Dex. I don't know if you've ever met her.
I
Remember Dex?
I
It was like a
call
play off of the phone book,
yeah.
and they would lock you into a long-term contract, and that left a big sour taste in my mouth for long-term contracts. So when I do sign contracts, I only try to go for a year. That's the maximum. And that really is something I've always stuck in my brain not to do is not get into bed for long term.
Yeah, that's very fair. On the flip side of that, what have you done over the years that you've found very successful?
I make customers happy. That's the name of the game is making the customers happy. So I go above and beyond to make the customers happy. We're not perfect. No contractor is. If they say they are, they're basically lying to you. Do we have problems? Yes. But it's how you address those problems is what makes you separate you from the rest.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And that kind of touches on my next question about leadership. What importance do you put on leadership in your team? And what do you do to promote leadership and to be the leader that you want people to follow?
So I guess my phrase that I always say to everybody is do the right thing.
Mm,
And when I send out text messages to the guys, when we had meetings, I always ended with just do the right thing.
I love that.
And and that's my motto.
Yeah. And that comes down to integrity, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Speaking on that, the technicians being upstanding people and doing the right thing, Google reviews, we all know how important those are. Do you have any method of getting Google reviews that you find to be successful?
So at the end of our service call, we do ask for the review. It's on all of our invoices. So they have a link right on their invoice because when they go to pay it, they can pay it right online. So I had those automatically set up for reviews. And all of our reviews, we have a lot of really amazing reviews. So it's not just like Brian did a great job. We actually have reviews that are pages long.
Okay. Yeah.
And I come back to that second opinion plumbing because of that need. We come out after other plumbers have been out and unfortunately they didn't do the right thing. And we are. That's the difference.
Yeah, that's great. And do you incentivize the techs at all for getting the reviews?
We do give them $10 a lead that they get a review. So it's not a lot. It could add up.
Yeah, yeah. And sometimes it's just that little push to get someone out of their comfort zone and ask for the review. So I think you're on the right track there.
Yeah.
What about your the trust factor in the community. So when you're going to a person's house, a client's house, do you do anything in advance to help them prepare for who's coming and know the team that is behind them?
So they get a text message and an email the day before appointment, especially if it's booked in advance. So the day before, they get a reminder, let them know that we'll be there the next day. And also tell them the technician's name, approximate arrival time. So we have 2 hour windows is what we typically go to. And the texts are pushed to always be in the front part of the window. So if it's a 9 to 11, their goal is to be there at 9.
Amazing.
Now, that's another thing is we really push to be on time.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Nobody
no-
wants to wait around for the plumber. Just we don't want to, even if the plumber doesn't want to wait for the cable guy, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
We don't want to make people wait.
For sure. Mutual respect, mutual benefit.
Yep.
In terms of, we know that 80% of your business should come from existing clients, right? What do you do to touch your existing clients?
So we run specials at different times of the year because we do collect their email. And that's part of the service call because nowadays everybody pays online. So everything does have to go through email. So we send them email for different promotions we have going on. Like currently we have a $99 water heater flush and plumbing inspection.
Amazing.
And that's our current promotion that we have going on right now.
That's great. And that just really helps keep you top of mind to your clients and reminding them that you're there and offering
Ver-
something that they probably need.
Yep.
Looking at the year ahead, is there anything that you're looking to introduce as a service or any new technology, or is it down the road, is there something you have your eye on for a service?
There's going to be some newer type water heaters coming out on the market because of efficiency. I'm doing a lot more research onto that because in the future, I think that's going to be the way of the future.
Yeah.
It's just going to be more efficient type water heaters. We're already doing the tankless and things like that, but it's going to be more for commercial applications where there's a lot more commercial laws coming down for their efficiency. So I think that's the area that I want to start concentrating a little bit on because it gets complicated.
Yeah, that's very smart. And you're right. Everyone's looking to be more efficient, cost-wise and energy-wise. So being on top of that curve is a good idea. Just in terms of your business support, the side of the fence where you're getting the support you need, what do you do for business coaching or affiliations or associations that you're involved with locally or nationally?
I mean, because I've been in the trade for 34 years, wow, I've been through a lot of those type training classes.
Yeah.
Some of them I care for, and most of them I don't.
Okay.
Most of them try to build a value so they can raise their price. I don't really believe in that personally. I want to give an honest price and honest value.
Okay.
A lot of those companies, they do all the Nick Star, not trying to throw names out there, but I didn't care for it. When I worked for those other type of companies, the major companies I worked for were actually the biggest East Coast company, which was Horizon Services. And I also worked for the largest West Coast company, which is Parker and Sons.
Okay.
So I have a lot of different type of experience because East Coast plumbing is a lot different than West Coast plumbing. So I have a knowledge of both. I was actually licensed back east and also in Arizona. So being able to take those 2 different type of tests, it helps with my knowledge that I can hand down to my guys,
Yeah.
especially when you run into something that's older than the average.
Right. Yeah, that is amazing. It sounds like you've got a solid background for sure. And everyone has something that works for them. And if you found your groove, then that's fantastic. If you were sitting across the table from somebody where you were back in 2014, considering getting into the industry, wanting to break ground on a new company, what is 2 pieces of advice you would give them?
That's a good question. I think mostly it was just trying to be honest. Money's hard when you first start out. That's unless you have a big backer behind you, which I did not. You have to be honest and realize it's going to be some lean times in the very beginning.
Yeah.
We tried Angie's List. We tried all of those, and then we did a SEO, but mostly it was word of mouth in the very beginning.
Okay. Yeah. So your advice would be don't give up. It's going to be
Don't
long.
give up. It's a long road. There's many sleepless nights. There's many long nights being on call
Yeah.
because we were the dispatcher. We wore many hats when we first started, being dispatcher, being the accountant, doing everything and doing things you've never done before.
Okay.
So it's a learning curve.
Yeah.
The first 3 to 5 years, that's why most businesses fail, is because they can't adapt to the learning curve.
Yeah. It's definitely a couple of years of sacrifice before you can see that momentum get going. And
Yep.
you said you try something, it might not work, but don't give up. Just keep going, find the thing that does work and stick with it.
Yep.
Finally, in closing, what makes Gilbert, Arizona so special?
Small town, but it still has that small town feeling.
Okay.
Crime is really low. It's a great place to live. You feel safe with your families. The community is really great. They all come together. Cost of living is about average, but I love Gilbert. I love Arizona.
That's amazing.
I'm actually originally from Delaware, which felt like it rained and snowed and nasty weather, and I love Arizona.
Okay.
After a while, you get used to the heat,
Sure.
and a lot different to work in the heat than it is in the cold, especially being a farmer. When you get wet hands, when it's cold, it's brutal.
Yeah. I hope to visit Gilbert one day. It sounds amazing. Thank you so much, Brian, for joining us today, for sharing your story, and we really appreciate having you on.
Alrighty. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.